Hello everybody, thanks for joining me again. Today we're going to be taking a look at a really neat phaser effect we can create in Serum 2. And it sounds something like this. Okay, so to recreate this effect, you're just going to need a sound that you're happy with. I'm going to go with this kind of FM-ish type sound we have here. I'm just going to turn the phaser off and let's get rid of the delay for the moment as well. Okay, sounds like this. Okay, so if we pop into the effects section, there's a number of ways we can create this type of effect. For example, you could use a filter and use one of the phaser modes. It's quite a nice way of doing it because it has a bit of control. Alternatively, we can use the phaser. And one of the really nice things about Serum 2 is that you can add an awful lot of stages to the phaser, so you can get this kind of nice metallic-y, glassy and harmonic thing going on. Which does sound beautiful. But there is another way we can do this. So if we take a filter module, go into the new filters, diffuser, and if you've played around with the diffuser, you'll understand that it's mainly for phase manipulation. So it's very similar to a phaser really in that it's a group of all passes, I think. So in theory, we should be able to get a similar effect from it. And the way we go about that is setting the mix down at 50%, and then let's bring the cutoff down for the moment, and then we can choose the kind of flavor of this effect using the stages knob here. So let's turn it all the way up for the moment and just have a play around. You can hear you get that kind of nice over-the-top phaser effect. And I'm finding that it's not necessarily better than the phaser module, it's just somehow more transparent. I'm not really sure how else to describe it, and tends to fit more nicely in the mix. Why? I'm not sure, but anyways. So yeah, you can do whatever you like with this, but as an example, we can set up a macro. I'm just going to clear this macro over here so that we can use it. So let's put the cutoff all the way down. Let's get a blank LFO, pop it on cutoff. And I don't really want all this high stuff. You can if you want, but I don't want it so much. So let's go for about halfway for the modulation. And let's make this free running and turn it down quite slow, maybe like 8 bars or something. Okay, and then let's get our blank macro, pop it on mix, and then bring the mix all the way down, and also put it on stages. So now we have a macro that can switch on our diffuser module, and can also choose the sort of flavor with this stages knob. However, we want to change the behavior of these modulations, so let's pop into the custom curve for the mix, and just set it so that it goes to full modulation very quickly. So something like this. As a side note, I'm finding some sort of time getting from one point to another in the curve editor tends to be worthwhile. Having straight lines, straight from 0 to 1 instantly is often causing some pops and clicks, particularly with FX section stuff. So bear that in mind. Okay, so now let's pop over to the stages, go into the custom curve, and let's say that we want it to do nothing to start with until that mix is up full. Yep, till the mix is up full, and then start tweaking the stages. Okay, so now we should have a knob where we can turn the phaser on and then choose the kind of texture of it. Okay, so hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, you can check out my Gumroad store in the link in the description for this video. Okay, otherwise, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.